South and North Korea may stand on the same peninsula, but their missile philosophies come from completely different worlds. The Korean Peninsula is one of the most intense military pressure points on the planet, and nowhere is this more visible than in the missile competition that has shaped the region for decades. As one strategist famously said, "In Korea, peace exists not because tensions are low, but because deterrence is high." This is a rivalry not just about hardware, but about history, survival, pride, and strategic signaling, watched closely by neighbors like China, Japan, and Russia. The roots of this missile race go back to the post-Korean War era, when both Koreas had to face the grim reality of permanent division. Each made its choice. North Korea went the way of self-reliance, convinced that only missiles, and particularly nuclear-capable ones, could guarantee regime survival, while South Korea relied on the U.S. alliance, developing its strike capability at a measured pace, its emphasis always on precision rather than intimidation. As time passed, these choices hardened into two distinct identities. One Korea wielding missiles as bargaining chips and threats, the other as defensive tools and surgical deterrence. Their histories still echo with every launch, every test, and every military parade. The North Korean missile force rests on a doctrine of deterrence based on shock and unpredictability. To Pyongyang, missiles are both sword and shield in deterring foreign intervention and keeping its neighbors in check. It fields systems ranging from the KN-23 and KN-24 short-range ballistic missiles to a medium-range system, such as Hwasong-12, that can cover Japan. Of much bigger concern are its intermediate-range and intercontinental ballistic missiles, including the Hwasong-14, the Hwasong-15, and the behemoth Hwasong-17. These are nuclear-capable systems that could, in theory, reach the U.S. mainland. Short-range missiles represent the backbone of any North Korean arsenal and offer hundreds of potential targets across South Korea. These systems fly low, maneuverable trajectories that are very difficult to intercept. In the years since, Pyongyang has placed particular attention on mobility and survivability by deploying road-mobile launchers, underground tunnels, and hardened storage sites. While technological precision still lags well behind major powers, its sheer quantity cannot be taken lightly. But there are clear limits to this approach. Inconsistent guidance systems, reliability concerns, and technological bottlenecks that often drive North Korea to dramatic demonstrations rather than proven battlefield accuracy. By contrast, South Korea has developed a missile force based on precision, speed, and a commonality of operations with the United States. Its strategy is essentially defensive, but supported by a sophisticated counterstrike doctrine destined to neutralize threats before they escalate. The centerpiece of this force is the Hyunmoo series. The Hyunmoo 2 ballistic missiles offer ranges from 300 to 800 kilometers with exceptional accuracy, capable of striking North Korean command posts, airfields, and hardened bunkers. The Hyunmoo 3 cruise missiles extend that reach even further, with ranges up to 1,500 kilometers, enabling South Korea to conduct precision strikes deep inside hostile territory. Whereas North Korea is all about saturation, South Korea is about reliability. Its missiles are technologically state-of-the-art, GPS and satellite controlled, and slotted into U.S. surveillance networks. What Seoul lacks in numbers, it makes up for with precision, highly advanced command and control systems, an inventory of anti-ship missiles, tactical strike weapons, and development of hypersonic platforms aimed at defeating North Korean assets in rapid and decisive style. While it does not field nuclear-capable missiles, its precision-guided systems are designed for swift, overwhelming retaliation. However, the two sides reveal a more profound philosophical chasm. North Korea is a quantity player, manufacturing an enormous stockpile of missiles in every category of range. Its systems may not be as precise as those designed in the West, but they are built either to saturate defenses or to carry nuclear warheads. South Korea, meanwhile, symbolizes quality. Fewer missiles, but highly accurate, highly reliable, and integrated within one of the world's most sophisticated military alliances. The other glaring difference is in range. North Korea has everything from short-range tactical missiles to ICBMs with true intercontinental range. South Korea, tightly bound for decades by missile guidelines, developed systems with regional ranges. Even after being given license to extend those ranges, Seoul has kept its development conventional and strategically focused on the peninsula. Whereas North Korea is testing MIRV technology, hypersonic gliders, and large TEL vehicles, South Korea is moving ahead with satellite-guided strikes, precision warheads, and defense integration. The deployment strategies vary too. North Korea has hidden its missiles underground, using mobile launchers to confuse any surveillance, and often opts for surprise tests in order to catch its adversaries off guard. South Korea deploys fewer launchers but makes the most of advanced mobility platforms, hardened bases, and real-time coordination with U.S. assets like Aegis destroyers and THAAD batteries. Whereas North Korea's reliance on secrecy acts as its shield, technology is the sword for South Korea. These differences have profound regional implications. The United States and its allies must constantly adapt their defense posture to the North's advances, with China and Russia observing every development for its impact on the regional balance. North Korea's nuclear-capable missiles create a standing threat of rapid escalation, while the precision capabilities of South Korea introduce the potential for preemptive strikes if a crisis is deemed near at hand. This creates a dynamic of both deterrence and danger, and a balance that can hold steady for years, then escalate in a single afternoon. Going forward, both Koreas are likely to continue their development, with North Korea working on bigger ICBMs, hypersonic glide vehicles, and smaller nuclear warheads, while South Korea will invest in hypersonic missiles, longer-range precision systems, and deeper integration with U.S. missile defense networks. The missile balance in Korea, said one security expert, is a race without a finish line. China sits at the center of Northeast Asian geopolitics, a keen observer of the developments occurring across the DMZ, knowing full well that what happens on the peninsula will have ripples outward into the Indo-Pacific theater. Ultimately, the missile forces of South Korea and North Korea reflect their identity and ambitions. North Korea wields missiles as an assurance of survival, projecting power far beyond the borders, while in South Korea, missiles are used to ensure stability and maintain a capable, high-tech shield. Theirs is a contest that speaks to a bigger story about deterrence, modernization, and the fragile peace of a region where history never truly sleeps.